gonna talk about how zero is invented. So long ago, people wanted to write big numbers efficiently. Imagine you're jotting down numbers like 1, 10, and 100, but how you do show that there's nothing in a place? Well, ancient Mesopotamians used to kind of wedge symbols to leave a blank space, sort of like an empty slot. Later on, folks in India and the Maya civilization in Central America came up with the similar ideas, using their own symbol to represent zero. So they not only used it as a placeholder, but also saw zero as an actual number with its own special properties. And this idea traveled into Islamic worlds, then into Europe slowly, making their way into math textbooks. But it wasn't an easy journey. Some people in Europe weren't too sure about this whole idea, nothingness represented by zero. It took a while, but eventually everyone agreed that zero was a pretty handy concept for doing math. And that's how zero became a part of everybody's number system.
Did you know we don't have year zero?
The importance of number zero. The importance of number zero in math is to also release fraction, which is we couldn't be learning fractions in school if it wasn't for zero. Furthermore, crossing zero created more and accurate way to describe fractions. How could we possibly have negative numbers we don't have zero? Just think of it. The number zero is used by placeholder in the value system. And let's not forget that importance of zero becoming the basis of the binary system of the computers.
Cringe fact part 2. Zero can be divided by 2. Did you know that?
So now I'm going to talk about what if zero didn't exist. Zero is super important in math because it does a lot of stuff. First off, it's like the number version of saying nothing. Then it's where we start counting from. Plus, it helps us do basic math like adding and subtracting by keeping numbers straight. And even in fancy math like calculus, zero helps us figure out really tricky things like limits and how stuff changes. So without zero, math would be a whole lot harder.
Cringe fact 3. Zero is an even number as it satisfies the definition of an even number. Multiply of 2 where 0 multiplied by 2 equals to 0. Yes.
Zero is the base of all nature beings. For example, the science. The zero is the lowest point of all negative or positive numbers. And without zero, our finances and money rates cannot be measured without zero. For one example, zero is my grade.
So in conclusion, zero is indispensable as it enables representations as of a larger number, acts as the foundational unit in digital data storage, simplifies mathematical operations, and fundamentally shapes our comprehensions of numbers and information across various domains.
Zero is essential because it helps us write big numbers like 100 or 1000. In computers, it's like building block for all information. Like when you see zeros and ones, so whether it's counting, coding, or calculating, zero is at the heart of how we understand numbers and information. Mathematical properties. Zero has unique mathematical properties. For instance, it's an even number and the only integer that is neither positive or negative. It's also central in calculus, limits, and algebraic equations.
So for the physical science, in physics, zero is critical in concepts like temperature, energy levels, and vector calculations. And it's also used in measurements and coordinates.
For philosophical significance, zero has philosophical implications representing concepts like nothingness, emptiness, or neutrality. It's often used in philosophical discussions about existence and reality.
So for economic and financial calculations, zero is used to denote starting point, balance point, or neutral values in economic models, interest rates, the inflation rates, and financial calculations.
For cultural and symbolic meaning, zero carries cultural and symbolic meanings across different societies, representing concepts like completeness, purity, or the beginning of a new cycle.
So in summary, zero is important not only for the practical applications in mathematics, computing, and science, but also for its symbolic, philosophical, and cultural significance. It's a foundational concept that meets various aspects of human knowledge and understanding.
Overall, zero's significance lies in its essential role in mathematics, computing, and numerical representation.
So roads on low. And I got eyes on the back of my head, I got eyes everywhere, so I know where you go. I could drop ties in this bitch.